Hello, hi from Turkey. How you doing? And hi Tish Rush. And let me check the YouTube as well. Here, this is another weekly workshop. Um, I was just playing Martha's Prize by Cedar Walton song. I just played that last night 2 times. I had the 3 gigs yesterday, and the one was a festival in my neighborhood. The second one was the new club in Brooklyn. Hey David, yeah, Strat Jazz, and we played our the same set for the Brooklyn and Queens gig, and this was one of the set lists we had. Hmm? The B section is kind of tricky, or it has a chord changes that a little uneasy or a little different from the regular harmonic rhythm, I think. So now I'm doing a stream on both Instagram and YouTube. And yeah, I recently got that partnership with YouTube finally. I don't have that like 40,000 hours um play. I just got the 3,000, yeah, 3,000 play. and now I just got the YouTube partnership of again. Like I had that like over 10 years ago or something, like when YouTube was very small, but they changed the rule. So hey fool on the YouTube, yeah, I see. uh, yeah, pretty nice chord changes to work with. Yeah, you have song requests. Let me see. Okay. Which is the format of the code? 9/flat 11 in string number 6. Tommy, which is the format of the code 9/flat 11 in the string number 6? Um, did you mean like 11th chord with ninth? or sharp 11 ninth maybe. Flat 11th is basically the third, so I'm a little confused. If it's 9, I do this on the 6th string all the time, and if it's 11th, and if it's 11th and 9th together, yeah, this is 11th and 9th together. But if it's flat 11th, that means the third. So it's like also working on the Pat Metheny song. Have you heard? And not only the Pat, but I think Ryle really liked the 11th, and yeah, resolution of 11 to the 3rd. So the flat 11 is again, flat 11 means the 3rd. Can you double check the tension you want put? If it's sharp 11, that's pretty common. But if it's flat 11, I never seen the flat 11 on the chord chart. But if you wanna do that, it's a 3rd. It's just a 9th. It's a flat 11th, it's gonna be like this. Could you teach a bit on how to work on chord melody? Chord melody, yeah, the great subject. Let me see. So this song, the Martha's Prize, I think I have a tab on YouTube or Patreon. I think I have a video on the YouTube already, and the download is on the Patreon. I have like now I think I have more than like 20 songs, I guess. The soul guitar chord melody stuff put out on the YouTube and Patreon. And well, I was gonna explain that this section. This is kind of very common progression. I mean, not as common as like 2-5-1-6, but like it's like a walk up. Instead of 2-5, 2-3, 4, sharp 4, 5, and flat 2 to 1. It's a little tricky to hold this F minor 7th chord though. It's basically holding the top note together. I'm trying to hold this top note, then move the bottom chords, and you can do a lot of different chords in the bottom. the most simple way is just move the chord below as a fourth, but it's a little strong sound. It's not too smooth as I wanted it to be sometimes. So I put some other chord shapes like dominant seventh or major seventh. And for instance, major seventh and dominant seventh can go one by one chromatically. Something like that. But yeah, something similar on Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves is a great songs to work on those things and play boleros. Man, like I got to expand my bolero repertoire. I used to play with my friend in a Mexican restaurant, and I learned a lot of bolero songs. Then after that, I only do the soul guitar gigs, and I kind of do more jazz stuff. But the bolero songs are very good to like learn the chord melody thing as well. Um, and the same goes for the Autumn Leaves. I mean, it's not the same, but it's like French popular music. Yeah, comment faire? Yeah. Spanish and like European stuff has a nice chord melody. Also Brazilian, yeah, of course. Salud. Like Autumn Leaves, it's good to find like the movement inside the harmony. Yeah, I'm kind of like more like a playing mode, or after playing a lot of gigs, or yesterday, a lot of music. Um, but yeah, more than explaining things. Like Autumn Leaves. I think last week I was talking about that, like, or somebody asked me about this Guyton line practice, and I was doing this Guyton plus one more string. And yeah, like walking bass on fifth string, if I do walking bass, I would probably use both or sixth and fifth. And associate it with harmony as well. Two five, two fives, four major and minor of the autumn chord progression. Of course, you're hearing as well. Brazil guitar. Thank you. And how long have you been playing? I've been playing 20, almost 25 years. 24 years now. It's been a while, yeah. I know there's some people play more than that, like whole life, but yeah, that's my goal, right? Just managed to catch you live. Unfortunately, can't stay for long. Yeah, great to see you. I try to do this every week, although it's been a little challenge for me. So it's great to catch you where I'm live. So this Strat is 10, the Dario 10 gauge, and I now I'm kind of experimenting different strings or string gauges on the different guitars, and I'm trying to play more or thicker ones. I just did a 14 on the first string for my Nishigaki semi-hollow guitar, but Strat it's 10, and I used to play all the 10 strings on all of them, and it's good for solo guitar, just playing myself. But I've been realizing that playing with the band, the thicker string kind of works better. Yeah. Greeting from MTY, good playing, brother. Thank you. Just started again after 15 years. Yeah, like like. It's good. Like I've seen a lot of people like have a marriage like they know the music, or and even though if you take a break from the guitar, you can kind of take that years of the listening to the music, and basically the guitar is just a medium between you and the output, like putting the music out from you. So if you have a lot of things in your head, then yeah, in head and blood and everything, like you can kind of create the music a lot easier, in a sense that if you just teenagers start trying to play, it's a little different story. And you knew Nishigaki himself. Unfortunately, haven't got around to get one of his. Oh really? Yeah, man. Where did you see him? I got to friend with him like when he visited New York, and we worked together. We went to like John Scofield, Julian Lodge, Jonathan Kreisberg, maybe Gilad and Peter Bernstein, and Ed Shelley. We kind of showed the guitar to the New York yeah, killer guitar players, and we worked together at the NAMM shows. And yeah, I was kind of like he went back to Japan and he left the guitar in my place, and I was kind of showing it to a couple other people, and Johnson Kreisberg had it for a month or two, and I got it back and I brought it to Japan, and that guitar was very good, but it was hollow body, small size, but it was hollow body, and at the time I was looking for semi hollow, and I saw another semi horror hanging out in his studio workshop, and I was like, can I actually or yeah take that one instead of this one? And yeah, yeah, I bought it, and I've been playing at the gig quite a lot with that Nishigaki guitars. And after 2 years, I finally feel comfortable learning some Charlie Parker song. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Charlie Parker's way to go, man. Yeah, George Benson was even talking about that, right? His his second dad was yeah introduced to him about the Charlie Parker, and he says you're a great player. I like how humble and open for audiences you are. Love that. Do you play Herman Pascal? Thank you. Hermet, yeah. I did one song with my friend Kyoko, I think. Let me see. Let me check my drive. Or maybe on the email. Well, there's a Brazilian jazz rare book shows up on my drive when I search I have met Pascal. Hmm. Yep. Let me see. Maybe on the email. Any good jazz guitar luthier in Japan? I know there's an established maker near Shirakawa-go. I recall him name. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Jazz guitar luthier. Right. Um. I think I know what you're talking about, and yeah, I've seen his guitar on the social media multiple times. It's not the arch top ones, but I work with um Toyama blue guitars. They have very fine strat with very artistic um pick guard. It's also kind of like a collaboration between the Japan traditional artisans and the modern guitar makers, and we saw we worked at the NAM show together, and Brazilian guitar player or famous guitar player from Brazil, he bought it and he really liked it. Um, and it's like very great strat, but almost like a half the price, right? If the strat Fender like custom shop strat is costs 3 grand, 4 grand right now, and their strat is like maybe 1500, 2000, and jazz guitar luthier. Um, of course that walking the Shibuya walking. What's the name of their brand? Like Jesse Van Ruler and everybody else, like Kurt Rosenwinkel, maybe Gilad Hardeman. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, the Westerville, yeah, Westerville, and the Arch Top. There's few, and I just met the guy from Kanazawa, which is the same as my Russian name happened to be, and he works with very uh, artistic luthier near the in the area, and I got his info on Instagram too. But I meant to, um, I'm starting to realize that like when you focus on one thing, your brain is not capable to focus like multiple things at a time. So like my memory side of brain is not working very great. when I'm doing this, so I cannot recall my name. Not my name, like the people's um bland name and all the stuff. So, which I kind of feel sorry about that too. But let me see. Yeah, there's a but this Ruthia is like a private workshop, and they only I think work with certain people, and they make like maybe 10 guitars in a year or so, and very discreet um working style, which is pretty surprising to keep that business as well. Have you ever played Chico Bar Bar Barku? Um, Chico Oh, I've heard of the name. I think i- maybe in Japan some people talking about it. Probably I've heard the music, but I didn't recall the name at the moment. And the the funny thing is like the I think a lot of people though like Hermetos Pascal. My friend showed the video when the YouTube was coming up like early 2000, like 2008 or yeah 7 maybe. My friend showed me maybe that was the first YouTube video I've seen. Um, I didn't know about the YouTube at the moment, and my friend showed me about the Hermet Pascal, like doing the workshop in the water, playing with the water and flute. Like it's not a flute, but it's just a bottle of grass bottle, I think, and that was introduced. Yeah, introduction to Hermet Pascal to me, and let me see. Yeah, I couldn't get the chat out of the drive. Um, but I feel like I played one of his compositions before. One other thing I wanted to work on today is like soul guitar ideas. As I've been doing this soul guitar gig on Sunday evening every week, and I had a set of standards that I wanted to work on, but it's always gets last minute, and I didn't get to time. Didn't get to have a time to organize chats and everything, um, because if it's soul guitar gig, you have to prepare everything, and preparing the soul guitar for 3 hours gig is like, if you wanna learn new song, it's a little work, and I kind of like always learn new song at the gig as well, and that's because somebody else calls me for that. I mean, calls the yeah song that I don't know, but oh, you can send me chat. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, if you can recommend me some of his music, that'd be awesome. And right, yeah, 10 guitars is what the one person Lucia can make in the year, right? What is your favorite Cherry Parker's song to play? For the soul guitar, probably, or Yardbar suit. Yeah, 3 hours soul guitar. It's pretty interesting. I mix the repertoire of the Spanish songs, and I do a little flamenco as well, which is also kind of interesting. Like you can kind of jam for at least 10 minutes with one song, and that's something like you get into the another mental state that it's it's fun to play. Yeah, play around all the things. I don't know if I can do it with and kind of like I mix it with Chick Corea songs as well. And about the solo guitar subject, yeah, I do reharmonize all the time. Do reharmonize solo guitar arrangement. So it's like a best scenario is if you have some kind of idea of what to play for solo guitar arrangement, then that's the idea. But a lot of times, when you start making new arrangements, or well, if some melody of the standards comes up in your head, like, okay, I want to play Emily, like. So in that sense, like I play like that, and I was mostly following the chord changes, and I like to put in between notes. I think that's kind of easiest approach to do the chord chords melody improvisation, and the reharmonization is probably like a bit more like if you can if I can step two step, maybe a few more step further, then it's gonna be more like a reharmonize on the guitar. which like the little approach chords are like part of the harmonization for me as well. But yeah, sometimes it's good to have some kind of arrangements. And for the arrangements, I was working on Pat Metheny songs. Oh yeah, Joe Pass. Joe Pass kind of walking bass, share voicing, then back cycling, not much harmonization with the preparing area. Right, so that's a challenge. Like few years ago, um, I started this soul guitar gig like year and a half yeah ago, and I wasn't fully confident doing that in the beginning, and the more I do, I I started from playing like bolero songs and some Spanish songs and put jazz standards, but I wasn't fully confident like playing that 3 hours every week, and later I started finding that like the abstract harmony kind of works well, and you can kind of put random, well, not too random, but it's like random 2/5s, and if it's especially if it's a out of tempo rubato, you can do. Yeah, it was really too much, but that's kind of little idea of like adding a lot of stuff. But uh, I like to stick with more like melodic content, which is like I in case of like just standards, I like a lot of diminished chords. It's really good variations. So yeah, I think about more of the variations more than the reharmonization when I play soul guitar improv. I think, and for the reharmonization, it works kind of better if I have more ideas beforehand, the prepared. Um, yeah. Hi Marcos. And stuff like that. Let me go over the Instagram chat and see if I missed any comment. Last few weeks was pretty busy on Instagram, and I was having a little hard time catching up the comment. Now on the YouTube, I just got a partnership or a program on the YouTube, like with the 3,000 play, 3,000 hours play stuff. So we can do super chat as well if you have any specific questions that need a time to answer for, or if you join to the Patreon, you can throw me question there as well. But I really like this interaction on the live stream at the same time. Maybe you should record one of your solo gigs. I'm trying. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, and past few weeks, past few months, I've been able to film those gigs, and I put one of the songs on the YouTube as well. It was, or let me see, maybe the Duke Ellington song I play. So like Duke Ellington stuff also works quite well as well, and I want to see if I want to learn more of that. Duke and Strayhorn. Oh yeah, Duke, Strayhorn, and Monk. Yeah, Monk songs like Chelsea Bridge is very nice. Yeah, I can kind of improvise more counterpoint. That's another thing that Sid Jacobs' arrangement of variables, but it was hard. Can't make it to work for performance. Man, like I love that stuff. Yeah, like my one of my students took taking lessons with Sid now in LA, and I was kind of jealous. Um, UMMG, Isfahan, yeah, Isfahan can be good. UMMG, like anything with the rhythms, it's difficult for the soul guitar improv. Unless you really know the songs. Um, but yeah, I like Isfahan and let me see what else. Chelsea Bridge. The thing is that like Strayhorn's arrangement and Duke's stuff, Monk also, they have a lot of like seventh chords, and that we can make a lot of chromatic variations, I think. Yeah, and it sounds kind of abstract, I think, to me at least, and somehow it fits the vibe, soul guitar vibe. But yeah, Sid Jacobs arrangement, sick. Yeah, Bill Evans stuff. I really wanna do that the counterpoint thing as well. Do you sometimes let your fingers go wherever they want to on a fretboard and don't think of scales and chords and let your ear guide you? Is this a good thing to do to forget of town on autopilot? Yeah. So for that question, I do think I really like that autopilot. When I'm doing the autopilot means my focus is like 100% on the music. That's kind of what I've described the moment. Instead of like forgetting everything, I still focusing on the music, but at the same time, um, yeah, it's like you let your unconscious really do things, and yeah, yeah, become autopilot. And just before this Chelsea Bridge, like I didn't know what I did for that. I just moved my fingers, um, and as Joe Pass say, like when you're playing, you have to play on top of your head, and when I play on top of my head, I have no time to think about it, and the neuroscience also says that like it takes little time to for brain to react to what's going on by thinking about it, and a lot of time in the music playing at the gig there's no time to of thinking, um, but at the same time there's a lot of room to think about it beforehand to prepare for it. So yeah, there are two ways to play on the guitar: tritone way and major third way. Do you like this up? I I do yeah, the I do think that little bit as well. Um, like blues stuff, a lot of tritone, and the Broadway music is more of the third stacked interval harmony. So I don't have that perspective as well, but at the same time, yeah, we can combine them together. Sounds that sound playing the major seventh on the dominant. Major seventh on dominant, yeah, it's like a blues. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed the stuff. I like to work on as well. And what is back cycling? Yeah, I wasn't sure about that word as well. The back cycling, and back cycling is a substitute five dominant in a progression. You can cycle it to add chord movement. Cycling substitute five dom in progression. Something like this. I feel like it's kind of regular cycling though. If it's back, it can go the other way around. Let me see another if there's another Duke composition. Daydream. Maybe this one Daydream I uploaded on YouTube. Oh. Yeah, so like a lot of like British three-home ballads, they are very nice playing on the guitar. Just playing chord and the top note and arpeggio makes it sounds great. Um, Even out of the real book sometimes. And like going up a scale up the fretboard and down the fretboard two ways. Can you play only the rootless chord in the song that's set up, or people won't recognize the tune at all? That's interesting question. Let's see, like if if they know the melody, maybe they can, for instance, Autumn Leaves, you know. I I've encountered with like few different type of audience that like there's few people like rarely know the songs we are playing, but it's kind of rare if I'm playing in the like lounge kind of gig, unless if you're in jazz club and for the jazz audience. And like last week, the guy came up to me and he was looking at me and my guitar and the tablet I had, and he was like, I don't know that song, like, and I was like, oh, this is I'm All Smiles, and that's also kind of very uh, minor, not popular song. Um, Let me bring it up. I'm All Smiles. I'm All Smiles, darling. And most of the time I do play the root, I think. And I had a like period of time that I really like more like upper structure voicings, and but I think that it's kind of New York thing. It began with the stride piano back in the days. I think people do like the big full chord, for some reason, and I tend to play a lot of notes. Like there's a beautiful Rizzo interview or about he really like playing the simple chords like triad can even sounds and adding a little bit of dissonance, which I really like, but um, it gives more punch if I do. Especially in the environment, like not everybody is listening to the music. I think in a quiet place it works better with like more subtle movement and harmony. But if there are people talking and if I have to fight back with the audience, which is not ideal, but it's also fun if there's some energy in the environment, and then you can kind of practice at the same time at the gig if you know everybody's paying attention to music. Like in Japan, if you go to jazz club, you're gonna see a lot of people like just came for the music, and you see many people like over 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, and you don't really find like 20 years college students or something in the jazz club. And if you're young, if you're old, maybe it's a little easier. If I'm getting older, yeah, I feel I'm more comfortable playing in Japan. But when I was more younger, I always get this pressure from, yeah, applying in the jazz club in Japan. And in New York, on the other hand, if I play a gig, people talking quite pretty loud, and I can kind of fight back with the music, and that's kind of interesting. And it's very good practice as well, and in certain extent. So the point of soul guitar is that you don't have to play it precisely. You can make it simpler for yourself, so you can play rare music. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's encouraging comment as well. I think the fusion. So uh, yeah, I thought there's a vibrant fusion scene in Japan, Kazumi Watanabe. So I think that fusion thing happened in like 80s and 90s, I think, and it still, I think it's still there, um, but not as much as it was before, I think. Although there's certain like mix of fusion and jazz in Japan, like a lot of electric bass player in the scene, and the thing is like a lot of musicians came out from first of all playing in the live music like cabaret thing in post-war period, and after that I was told that when the karaoke came out in Japan, the live music died. Everybody went to karaoke instead of going to the cabaret and dance club and all that. Then these people who used to play in a club, they some of the high level players they went into the studio music production for the TV and all that. And those TV productions and also pop songs, they had the mixture of influence, jazz and fusion. And Kazumi Watanabe, I think, was also a studio player as well. Then, yeah, a lot of people similar to him kind of came up. So their culture of Japanese jazz music is kind of paired with the Japanese popular music scene. That yeah, that is more like electric bass music more than the acoustic bass stuff. So people are more used to that sound, I think. And I myself also grew up with listening to the fusion. Um, Maybe yeah, because of the US has a lot of like small clubs and bars have music all over the place. In Japan, Tokyo, Osaka, Sapporo, Fukuoka, Nagoya, maybe those big cities. Yeah, yeah, has a lot of jazz clubs, but it's not like a dive bar in here where young people can casually go and listen to the music nowadays. Back in the days, there's like jazz this cafe that people just go there to listen to the record all the time. So that was a little different times, I think, which I didn't really experience that culture. And so guitar, just like young player Yosuke Onuma, right? Yeah. hmm And I've heard there's a lot more like great young musicians coming up in Japan too. So I'm kind of excited to see um more new music from Japan. The previous song I was playing was Days of Wine and Roses. Bill Frisell did his version on the workshop video, and beautiful playing as always. Thank you. Did you check out? Oh, Spanky R4. I googled it, but I googled him, but I haven't listened to his songs yet. Man, this week has been pretty busy. I had 3 gigs yesterday. I could have done 4, but I I thought maybe it's too much. And the more I play, I'm kind of starting realizing that like it requires a lot of focus playing music at the gig, and I cannot reply to a lot of messages, even my friends nowadays, which is kind of a little crazy. I want to have a little more free time in at some point, but yeah. Let me check one more song on the list. Lotus Blossom, Bruise It. Oh, this is a 3/4 folder. Maybe Bill Evans. Show type tune. This is an intro. Then so like this song has a lot, not a lot, like some 2/5s, but a lot of minor chords progressions, and there's some diminished. And I love the harmony of those songs. Somehow I'm more leaning towards to the seventh chorus songs these days. Let me see. The Monk song, like Monk's Mood, I found the rare book the other day. Yeah, this is a nice one. Also it's a ballad too. Anyways, yeah, let me look up some. Let me see, Spanky Alford, the Lord's Player. This is a Spanky Alford, the Lord's Player. It's on the YouTube, and I was recommend to check this guy out, and glad I did now. Yeah, man, it sounds very good, beautiful. He's playing a 335 guitar. Some stuff, yeah, I'm also missing is that like I kind of came from like studying in the school kind of environment about the jazz and all the theory and stuff, but like the gospel songs, and my friend was saying that about the old when I was explaining about old meter, how to learn old meter, and I had a friend from Kosovo, and he has this Balkan jazz band. So like a lot of songs they play as a at the party, they dance for the like 7/8 and 5/8, and also like Indian stuff and all those things. That's part of the culture, but still kind of old meter songs, and also this cold melody stuff. They they sounds more like smooth and natural to me a lot of times, more than like coming from the theory perspective, just to put the point of view here. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah. Sparky Alford, the Lord's Prayer. Definitely I gotta check him out more. And could you give some advice on how to memorize and keep the melody behind an improvisation without losing it? Do you memorize by note or by interval or with the chords? So I think I do memorize a melody and intervals in a way that I can kind of feel it. For instance, when I play all the things here like this, yeah, the space, yeah, space, yeah. I do know this is my third. I'm playing the third of the chord for the melody. At the same time, I can feel it and I can sing it. And in order to do that, the best practice I did was playing with a piano player who can play without the sheet music. Like a lot of I think Barry Harris school people, they have that ingrained yeah. So yeah, walking the piano player who can play without the sheet music and feel that all the chords. Even like you don't have to play together. Sometimes you just have to listen to the music, live music a lot, and that's kind of the best ear training I did, and that's how I learned the music. But ideally, if you can play with a piano player like every week, in the live setting, or something closer to that. The guitar is a little weak in terms of like doing the ear training. Like if you work with a piano player, I think we can get more stronger sense of the harmony and the ear. At the same time, the intervals, yeah. Like the other perspective is practice like sax players. They practice arpeggios. So combining the piano idea and sax ideas kind of gives the modern soul guitar stuff, I think. But yeah, well, it was very fun talking and getting some new music and all that, as well as meeting new people, old people, and I see some familiar names on the chat now. But I think I got get going for the preparing for the gig tonight. And thank you for tuning in. And I try to do this as much as I can, like a weekly workshop. So hope to see you next time. And please check out the Patreon. I'm gonna put this archive, live stream archive on the Patreon supporters maybe later tonight, and there's plenty of other stream stuff, and probably I'm gonna make some tab out of this live stream as well. So please stay tuned, and the more music coming out. I have this trio video coming up this week, and I just shoot a festival recording with Lonnie Prakisco and Steve Wilson. Lonnie's from Art Blakey band and Steve is from like Chick Corea band, so it was very killing playing with them, and maybe record a good full solo gig for Patreon. Probably I should do that, yeah. I do have a lot of footage on the drive, and I need to take some time to edit a little bit or put the audio together, and well, maybe just a raw footage on the Patreon might be a good idea. Yeah. All right, and so I'll see you next time, and thank you for joining. And yeah, stay tuned and have a good day. Have a good weekend. Great weekend. Thank you.